What's up, man?
What up?
How you doing, Billy?
Oh, same old, same old.
Yeah?
Felt like it was 3 weeks since the last time we did this, but it was only a couple of days ago. And that takes credit to the alcohol.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
That's how you get through quarantine.
The days aren't running together because I'm not allowed to leave my house. It's because I'm just running through my cases of beer.
Yes, I'm using my golden polka dot, or as I like to call it, I think of these as golden testicles.
Golden testicle mug. That's the kind of thing you find up hanging up in your shop office.
Yeah, right next to the used blow-up doll, which I'm going to reference every single podcast because
every single podcast.
Just
speaking of things we're going to talk about every podcast. So Billy posted our show to a bunch of different pages.
Yes,
and one guy. One ass. All he did was write stupid.
Fucking jackass.
All he wrote was stupid. Billy reached out to him and said, "Hey man, come on and defend your position. Come and tell us, what do you want to hear? You know, what would you like to listen to? Also, why do you possess the inability to scroll past something?"
I think it's because he's been vitamin D deprived because there's no windows in his mother's basement of the house he lives in. My personal opinion.
The only thing stupid.
You fucking asshole.
Yeah. So Kevin Williams, you can eat a bag of dicks.
Yes, that's our eat a bag of dicks for the week.
Every fucking week, I'm gonna remind Kevin Williams he can eat a bag of dicks. The only thing stupid going on in that guy's life is his father didn't pull out. Now we're left with Kevin Williams. What a douche.
So welcome to Liberty Risk Podcast. Yeah, that pissed me off, dude. It was really it drives me nuts. So everyone, we're gonna have a in here today, Ronnie Barnett, someone that I served with at 2 different commands, but we were just talking with Ronnie in the green room, and we'll bring him in here shortly. But we were just talking with him in the green room, and Ronnie said, the funny thing is all you have to do is not watch.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
No, we would love to have thousands and thousands of viewers. That would be in a perfect world.
And he invested enough of that 53 minutes of our first video to decide, I think this is stupid.
That's very true. And we appreciate you, Kevin Williams.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin. Every week, Kevin, not only do we love you, but you can eat a bag of dicks.
Yes.
All right, Billy, we're going to play a game this week. We went online. We found a wheel. You customize the things. We're going to play this game to help kind of get you guys to help get to know us a little bit better without it seeming like it was so scripted and really boring and like something you might watch on The View or Dr. Phil.
And don't forget that while you guys are watching this, which we really appreciate, don't forget to comment and interact because we'll be able to comment.
The more stuff you guys put in here, the more stuff that we can talk about, even if it's not nonsensical BS.
Yeah, tell us about your Netflix library. Like, I feel like I've watched every single fucking video that they have.
My buddy posted a link. It has 125 movies in it. So I recently finished the Rambo saga.
You have to do what my buddy did. He just went through alphabetically, and he's watching he's up to the letter C, like all the videos that start with the letter C.
Well, that guy's not essential.
He's like, if I don't get to the special characters after Z, I haven't done my fucking job as a human. But
you got to call your buddy and tell him he's clearly not essential if he can get through that many titles on Netflix.
I think he also lives in a basement without windows.
Nice.
So let's bring up this the wheel of many questions.
All right. So here we go. First spin.
Oh, look at that. Thank you.
So beautiful.
Thank you, Vanna.
I love the internet. All right, let's see. Favorite thing to watch on deployment?
Come on, seriously. Is this curtain closed or curtain open?
Yeah, it's a good one because clearly it's porn.
Yeah,
and it's not just porn. You can't watch porn where we go. You can't watch porn where we go. So you have to use VPN so you can still get on Tumblr and other things before they shut it all down.
Or if you're really dirty and you're using someone else's hard drive.
Oh yeah, hey man, let me get some movies. No, just the movies. That's all I want.
I'll trade hard drives with you. Here's my happy side.
I would say that The Office gets watched every deployment, and Friends gets watched every deployment. Even if I'm not watching them, they're just on.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So favorite thing to watch on deployment for me. I don't know. It was always What? See, well, I was for ships. We had the advantage if you knew the IT department.
Oh, absolutely.
You could have them play whatever movie you wanted, and the best is when you would piss them off, they would play the same movie on for like a week.
So you could go get some garbage movie and tell everybody. This is what's on for the next 3 weeks.
You can only watch Lethal Weapon 3 so many freaking times before you gouge your eyes out with a spoon. Like so.
Oh man.
All right, spin it again.
There are probably some worse movies out there that I would hate to watch. Like I would hate like a Pride and Prejudice type movie. All right. Cliches you hate hearing the most. I fucking hate going on field exercises for this exact reason. Because leadership only speaks in cliches. If it ain't raining, you ain't training. It's a shit sandwich and everybody's got to take a bite.
Oh my God.
And somehow it's also a soup sandwich at the same time.
It's a soup sandwich. Oh my God. Y'all look like a bunch of soup sandwiches. I hated hearing that shit.
There's some bullshit. There's some ringers out there. Like if you're putting in the Razzies for the 10 worst things you've ever heard somebody say, you know you're going to one of your leaders.
You know you're going to one of your leaders.
You could just say something a little motivating. You could be like, hey man, turns out it fucking blows out here. Turns out we only schedule your exercises for when it's 123 degrees or raining.
Yeah.
Sorry,
have you done any field X's in Virginia? Like out at the corner?
No, you don't do any. No, the CBs don't do any field exercises in Virginia. We go down to Camp Shelby, Mississippi.
Oh yeah, fuck that.
Or Hunter Liggett in California.
Nope, that's good. Yep. Anyway,
and there's only two conditions. It's either in Shelby, it's either super fucking hot or super fucking cold with rain.
Ugh.
And in Liggett, you never know if like the special forces are doing an exercise where they're hunting you. So you're doing your own thing, and then some
damn people hunting,
and then some guy sneaks up on your fire pit. And he goes, "Boo, you're dead."
No, screw that. No, we had.
You're all fucking terrible, man.
Oh, I'm done with that. I'm glad field X's are crap.
Mazel to you, because they do suck. All right. I love the fireworks. Dumb thing your seniors did.
Yelled at us like we actually gave a shit.
So on this last exercise,
oh my God, I have stories for days. Especially
this last exercise. Check this out, man. We actually went and got tents, which is it was nice, but it was also really time consuming because it was muddy and raining.
Yeah.
So we had a bunch of tents set up, but nobody was monitoring to make sure they were being used properly. So a bunch of people were stepping on the edges, and so when it rained. Obviously it rains downhill and it got into the tent. And so this tent was sitting in like an inch of water on the inside. So everybody's gear and bags were flooded. So not only was this happening, the tent on the side had no tie down lines. It had no guy lines holding it. So it was only being held up by the front and the back. So I go tell the person whose job it is to make sure that is not happening. And they're just like, what did you tell the people in the tent? Well, no, they're all at work, and it's your company's job to make sure that doesn't happen. He goes, oh, we'll get right on it. Yeah.
Oh, so, you and I used to hate because I was with Mobile. So prior to them switching over to Rivron. So what I hated was we don't have shit for you to do. Show up at 4, pull all the gear from all the Connex boxes and storage, and just go through it to make sure that it's there, and then just put it back.
Yep. Thanks for counting our nails, buddy.
Yeah, like that just literally was one of the things that pissed me off. All right, last one. Let's
get a good one. Fireworks. Fireworks, man. Coolest thing you got to do on deployment.
Coolest thing I got to do on deployment. Oh, geez.
I know what mine is. It's not even a question because I haven't been able to do anything cool since then.
We were able to. We pulled out of.
You should always pull out.
Always.
Should always pull out.
That's a
good life advice.
That's a
solid advice, man.
That's a solid corpsman spot. Always pull out. Babies on deployment. So we were leaving port from Suda Bay Creek. and we're out in the middle. There's nothing around out in the middle of the water. There's nothing around, but we had the seagulls. Shut up. We had seagulls that were following us. So the cooks would take scraps and they would throw them to the seagulls and bait them in to follow the ship.
Naturally.
Our CO was going to do a change of command at sea in the middle of deployment. So he thought it would be a good idea to get on the 50 cal and see how many seagulls he could shoot out of the air off the fan tail. Thank you, Captain Krause. If you're watching,
that dude's a hero.
Memories. That whole 405 deployment. Yeah, I had fucking nightmares.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, it was.
So
great.
I got one of my older deployments. I think she was actually living in that tent too. So
sorry, Taylor.
One of my deployments.
Damn straight, Michael.
I got a good story with that guy too. So one of my deployments, I got we got to go on a nature walk outside of the fob.
Okay.
So we got to go on this walk up this like a 2,500 foot elevation change outside of the fob and our kit and whatnot with the people we were working for.
Nice.
And it took like 3.5 hours to climb because mostly I'm out of shape. And then
hold on one second. So
oh, look at there he is. The world's okayest Marine.
So I'm sorry, Chris, that it wasn't written in the podcast in crayon for you. Please let us know what your favorite colors are. And if you want, I can melt the crayons down and merge them, and you can have a multicolored crayon, you asshole. Thank you for joining us. Chris
Schneer, ladies and gentlemen, the world's okayest Marine. So we got to go on this hike, which is really cool. And then we get up to the top, and it's like a sheer drop on the other side. And then we're walking down, and one of the guys who we were supporting, he goes, hey, you see that valley over there? I'm like, yeah. He goes, you should never go there. I'm like, well, not that I have a reason to, but why shouldn't I? He goes, well, because when the Russians left, they carpet bombed this area with mines. And after all the raining in the last 10, 20 years, they just all washed away down there. So like, there's a bunch of landmines down there. I'm like,
just in a pit.
Down so like, they're there, but you're not disarming them. He goes, well, we don't go over there. So why would we?
There's landmines in that area. We just stay away.
Yeah. All right, man. Good game. Good warm up.
No, this is great. This is going to be every Thursday.
Oh, we're going to play a different game every Thursday.
Wheel of many questions. And
then once we're
and if you want any questions on the wheel for everyone who's watching.
Oh yeah, write some good questions.
Yeah,
because if you don't, by the time Billy and I get our summer bod in 2029, it'll be strip poker.
Dude, there's no way I'm getting a summer bod.
You start powerlifting; those are sexy.
Yeah,
I'd throw $5 your way.
The bad thing,
Cardi B style. I'll even throw them at you and go, oh.
I got solid C cups going right now, man. I'm not
paid for.
Yeah. I'm not. It's not happening, man. Bought and paid for. Gotta show them off. You know what I'm saying?
Good stuff. All right, man. So tell us a little bit more about our guest today.
All right. So Ronnie and me served together in Virginia at the Master Jet Base out there. Literally the worst fucking command in the world. There was a lieutenant there, I'm sure he remembers his name, who was just literally the tool of all tools.
Worst base ever, huh? Lemoore exists.
Yes, but then we were in Misawa. Coincidentally, we were stationed in Misawa together in Japan at the Naval Air Facility out there, and he was someone we got to endear that horrific earthquake with, the one that just sucked. It was
my dad was out there for the same time.
Yes, you were telling me that. He was doing some workups, right?
Yeah, on the carrier. He was out there from Puget Sound Naval Shipyard, the home of the Bremelo.
Yeah, so it was. Ronnie's a good guy. He's got this Instagram page going. Him and his buddy. It's pretty much a beer critique podcast / vlog. So we're going to go ahead and bring Ronnie in, and he's going to tell us a little bit more about what he's got going on. And
cool, man. Bring it.
Share some stories. Ronnie, what's going on, dude?
What's going on, Ronnie?
What's happening, guys?
Good to see you, man.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. I'm glad you were able to make it today. So tell us more about Beer Bellies and what you guys are doing on Instagram and YouTube right now.
We're talking about what you have going on. We know what a beer belly is. The dad bod page came and went.
All right.
So we want to know what you're doing.
All right, so I don't have to clarify that aspect. Good to know. Yeah, so we're doing reviews basically. We're just reviewing all and any kinds of craft beer.
Nice.
Just trying to make it fun, quick and informative. I think what makes us a little bit different than most of the beer reviews you see is we actually edit our episodes. So we chop off all that, that extra fat that really is probably going to bore you to death.
Yeah.
And we leave that stuff out and we try to make it entertaining. And that's what we post on YouTube. Now, due to our situation right now with coronavirus, we haven't been able to film anything for the past couple of weeks. So we went live on Instagram for the first time last week and kind of did a review there. And then we'll be doing the same thing again tomorrow at 8:30 Central Time. So for now, we're going to do the Instagram live thing. And as soon as we can get in, and film another episode or another few episodes, we'll get that going again and keep posting on YouTube. But we got a couple of, backlogged right now that'll float us for a couple of weeks. So
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Good deal, man.
Yeah.
Are you drinking right now? Please.
I am drinking right now. So
what are you having?
I've got a Snaggletooth bandana. Yeah, actually show that properly there.
Nice.
And it is from Solemn Oath Brewery, so it's an American IPA.
Where they at?
They are. Actually, didn't check that out. They're, I think, Naperville. Yeah, Naperville, Illinois. So
that's where you're at, right? Because you're up in the Chicago area.
Yeah, I'm
that's
in
a
Glen
local
Ellen, so it's about 15 minutes away.
Nice.
Brewery would be, yeah. So we do a lot of local stuff, but we really try to get stuff that's distributed nationwide so that everybody can kind of join in on the fun.
Nice.
But yeah.
So I posted the websites for Instagram and for your YouTube channel up here in the comments. So everyone that's watching, please go and follow both of them, hit the notifications and leave some comments for them. Let them know that you caught us. You caught Ronnie here on our show. And that way we could do double shout outs. And because we're just trying to grow as many veteran podcasts, small businesses as we possibly can. That's one of the best things that we're trying to do. Because especially now with the corona, how's the coronavirus affecting the family? How's everything going? Because you got 2 kids, a wife up there in Chicago. Is it kind of crazy up there right now? Because I got family in New York. So
are you saying he's got 2 kids and a wife? Or are you asking if he's got 2 kids and a wife?
I'm saying
it's just your New England accent.
It's like over there, you can't have it yet, right? Have a beer.
Yeah, it's probably about as crazy as it is everywhere else, right? Although I don't know, New York's probably got it the worst right now as far as the states go.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
They had it coming.
Son of a bitch. Mom and Dad, I love you.
But we're doing as best as can be expected. It's just a little different. We never thought we'd be homeschooling our oldest. So
that's what I wanted to ask about.
Right now, yeah.
You having to relearn some math you haven't had to use in like 25 years?
Well, and like relearning like new math, right? This core stuff that I have. Like I'm like, exactly. How do I do this now?
Yeah. Yeah, there's gonna be a very obvious point in American history where we're like, we taught the Common Core, and then this is where Corolla hit because we said fuck that shit. Nobody knows what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah, it's interesting times, that's for sure.
Yeah, so my buddy Mike there, he's digging holes in his backyard. He's gonna start burying his neighbors. He lives in like a blanket community, a lot of old people in the Carolinas. So he's like, they just gotta go. I can't afford to have him around anymore. He's like, yeah.
Man.
Fuck Common Core.
Fuck Common Core, man. That's good. So you guys just started Beer Bellies.
Yeah, so it's probably about let me see. So I think we've been posting videos for about 7 weeks or so. We've got 9 total up there. Yeah. Two of them. So every month we're doing a special on the 4th. It's quadruples, and Nate's the guy that knows about beer, right? I'm just kind of there,
He's the beer
snob. Kind of there for eye candy, okay?
Is that what it is?
Hey, whatever helps you sleep better at night. Keep telling yourself.
You put a little spritz on the can and then do a little wipe down. Yeah.
When I think that, I sleep just fine.
We all know that sex sells.
So yeah, we gotta get Nate. We gotta get Nate on and. Whenever we get a chance.
Yeah, we don't have to. We're already friends with Ronnie. Do we need a lot more friends?
No, that's true. I don't know. Nate, if you're watching, I'm sorry, bro. I'm really not, though. It is what it is.
Yeah, I think he'd definitely be interested. I thought right now, so he actually works, in healthcare. So it's a little busy time for him. He's not direct patient, doctor to patient or anything like that. But he works in the healthcare
industry.
Realm, so
shout out to him because I know them, the first responders and everything. They're they're feeling the brunt of all of this right now. And it's, shout out to all those people that are doing that, especially out here. I live close to Durham and UNC and all these major hospitals, nationwide. And it's just absolutely crazy to see what's going on with all this. It's, talking to one of my clients for my job. She's in her 80s, and I was talking to her today, and I asked her, I said, have you ever seen anything like this before in your lifetime? And she's just flat out, she's like, no, this is just absolutely crazy. So it was cool. My girlfriend, I was doing something cool with the kids. You might want to try this too, Ronnie, is I'm going to have them in a journal every day, kind of write down their experience through this.
That's a great idea.
This the quarantine, the coronavirus, and how it's affecting them. And I know Leashes is doing I don't know if you saw it, Hugh. Leashes is doing a thing with the people
right?
Service dogs, and like having the kids like draw pictures and stuff.
Oh no, I didn't see that. That is really cool, man.
Yeah, so I thought it was cool to keep a journal that they could keep, and maybe later on in life show their kids, well, this is what happened when I was your age. And so it's
I think it'll be really important for parents to not only just focus on what's happening right now, but the events that led up to it, because I think collectively as society we can all agree that this all really started in 2016 when they shot Harambe. I think it's just really steadily been downhill from there.
Dude, it's the greatest gorilla ever.
Because that little bastard will show up on the news one day and be like, "What made you famous?" Like, well, I crawled into this gorilla pen in Cincinnati.
I can't.
And here I was thinking I forgot about Harambe.
No, I was
either that or everyone.
My life's goal to make sure nobody forgets Harambe.
Everyone that watched Tiger King went fucking crazy and started.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen that?
I haven't watched it, but I'll tell you what. Fuck that bitch, Carol Baskin.
All right, so here's how I put it. If you want to feel like you're on meth but not actually do meth, watch that show.
It's the greatest. As he sips. I love
fucking A.
It was one of those shows, Ronnie, like where I was sitting there watching it, right? And you just you catch yourself like. Yeah.
Just it's insane.
What the fuck is happening right now?
And you can't stop either.
No, it's like watching a horrific car accident. You just have to stay fucking focused on it until the end.
You're like, I can do this for 8 hours. Yeah, absolutely.
It is crazy.
R.I.P. Harambe. Absolutely. I'll never let people forget about Harambe.
No.
Mostly for funsies.
He was so beautiful. But no, Tiger King was absolutely insane. I did not expect that series. And I was listening on the radio today on here local 100.7. It's a local rock station. And they were saying that it's doing so well on Netflix that Netflix is actually going to produce 2 more episodes.
I heard about that. Yeah, my wife told me.
I cannot unhear that.
Tiger King forever. Like it's just,
and that's one of those shows where I want to publicly state, if you relate to anybody in that show, never talk to me again. Don't come anywhere near my family.
Stay far away over there.
I've never seen memes take off so fast for a show other than Tiger King. Somebody just reached into the meme database and said, "Oh, we'll take these 10,000 right here and make the Tiger King version of them."
Like someone just scooped them out and just threw them at the internet.
Which is half depressing. It's kind of like we're running out of content, and then Netflix is like, I got you, motherfucker.
I will pay someone to have a mullet like that guy does. I will pay good money.
You probably wouldn't have to pay good money. You could probably pay $2.50. You probably $2.50.
Well, actually, if I go a couple of towns over here in North Carolina, I'd probably find one of them.
Oh, after this virus is all said and done, nobody's had a haircut in forever. They'll all have the Tiger King.
Dude, that's I took my hat off.
I'm not trying to be sexist here, but all the girls that get their hair colored, they're about to be Joe Exotic all over the place.
That guy is. Did you see the music? He has music videos. You know that, right?
Yes.
On YouTube.
I do know his music videos. I've not wasted my time watching it.
Find the Joe Exotic YouTube videos and please post them in the comments because those have to be forever shared.
So my wife's. So it's funny because I find myself just randomly singing "I Saw a Tiger."
Oh my god.
But
I
my
heard,
wife said that she read something and that like that's a whole nother band that does that, and he just makes the videos like
That's
with
even
himself
worse.
in it. Yeah.
My buddy Mike that was commenting in here, that's probably how he renewed his redneck card. Yeah, he'll probably be renewing his vows with that exact dialogue here the next couple of years.
So
Yeah.
bad.
It's classy SOB.
So bad. I couldn't. There's so much mind-numbing stuff on Netflix. So what about you? You guys you binge watch anything on Netflix or anything like that? Any shows that you guys are like, I have to watch?
Yeah, we've been doing Peaky Blinders, and I know it's been out for a while, but man, that's a good show.
I'm going to tell you this one time. No fucking fight.
Yeah, no fight.
And the guy bumps into him. He's going to get the fuck out of here.
I'm not really. I'm trying to watch more movies. I'm trying to watch lengthy fucking movies.
Yeah.
So that I don't have to get distracted every. No, movies that are worth something. Because every time the show starts and ends, I get distracted from whatever I'm doing, and I'm still in school. So like most of the time I'm studying, so I'm trying to run through some shit. So like I said, I finished the Rambo series finally.
Nice.
And I started from the beginning. I'd already seen the first 4, but I was like,
was there 12 now or something?
There's 5, and
oh man,
I hope he's dead. Well, the last one was the best. Last one was the best because he rips that dude's heart out and they put it on camera, and I was like, I can appreciate you, Stallone. It's time to go.
Between that and the Expendables, it was like,
yeah,
fun, dude.
So then I watched that one. I watched all the Fast and Furious already, and so I'm starting over on Marvel. I just need to get to the 29th. On the 29th, I'm done with this semester. I just need to make it that far.
Yeah.
Now, are you watching all the Marvel movies in
chronological order, starting with Captain America from 1945?
Okay, so you're watching. Okay, so you're watching the correct way.
Yes,
as some people say.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Interesting.
But then I take a break, like between noon and 2 once I've been awake for 2 hours because I have no reason to be up before 11. I take the dog for a walk around campus and
take the dog.
Yeah.
I can't stand you.
That's right. You know what? That doesn't go away.
That doesn't go away.
Yeah.
It's there forever. No,
it's permanent.
I got stuck back at I was watching The Blacklist and I stopped. I stopped. I think it was the beginning of season 3. So I picked that back up. That show's just.
That's James Spader, right?
Oh yeah,
I love that
phenomenal voice on that dude.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So underrated. But my girlfriend's watching that.
You've said that 3 times tonight. We get it. You're getting laid.
Yeah, I am getting laid. It's about fucking.
Mazel to you, buddy. You deserve it.
Well, thank you very much.
Cheers to get laid.
But she's watching that lip sync battle. I haven't seen that shit. I don't know. I know.
Is that the one where they're like in costume?
LL Cool J is the host or whatever. They
okay.
It's like 2 celebrities battle.
Yeah, something like that.
Over a song or something like that.
Doesn't Jimmy Fallon do that on like a part of his segment?
Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon does. Jimmy Fallon. He does like the. I'm gonna need some context, Mike. Hook a homie up. But he might be talking about the dead old people in his neighborhood. I'm not 100% sure.
What? Oh God. But yeah, Netflix released a ton of movies since this coronavirus. Like I was going through the menu. It was just like all. I know I said it before, but like all the Lethal Weapon movies were on there. Like the Die Hard movies are on there now, and I'm just like, this.
Hold on, the Die Hard movies are on there.
Yeah.
The top 2 best Christmas movies ever made.
Yeah, you watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine? Do you guys?
I do watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I'm a terrible person.
Oh, you never watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
No.
Honestly, it's a little bit overdone sometimes, but it's Andy Samberg. You get what you would expect.
Oh, okay. It's
but I'll tell you what, man.
You guys gotta understand, man. Like
you have 2 kids and a wife.
Yeah, I end up watching a lot of Hallmark movies. It's kind of dangerous. It's bad.
What's your favorite Hallmark movie?
You would
vagina monologue.
You wouldn't. That's a good way to get out of that question. While we got Ronnie in here, we need to bring up the wheel of questions.
Oh man.
What the fuck did I do with it?
It is dangerous.
I think I closed it out actually.
You son of a bitch.
It's all right. It'll buff out.
Oh,
I'll bring it. I'll make sure I have it ready to go next time. I promise. My bad, Billy. I didn't mean to let you down, boss.
Well, that's all right. If you guys want, you can ask me one question.
Oh, hold the
No,
fuck
just
up.
kidding.
I might have it.
You-
All right, give me like 10 seconds. Give me
All
a
right.
little bit more than 10 seconds.
I'm gonna post this up real quick. This is the
Oh, did you do my meme of the day?
YouTube site. Oh no, I didn't. Hold on, I'll put that right up next. So this is Beer Bellies on YouTube for anyone that that's their logo.
Yeah, they're so I think our best episodes probably, at least in my, from my own opinion, is probably Three Pilsners is pretty entertaining, and then the one we just released on Monday is pretty entertaining as well. We talk about cookies with beer. I don't know if you guys have had it, but
No,
do it.
That's a thing? You can have cookies with beer?
Cookies, chocolate chip cookies with beer, man. I'm telling you.
Shut
and
the
sweets
fuck up.
in general with beer. And you got to kind of try out, like, depends on what beer you're drinking. But generally, like with any IPA, chocolate chip cookies will probably go
Seriously?
very, very well.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
You're changing my whole COVID-19 mentality right now.
Yeah, you got to try it, man. For everybody out there, you got to try it.
You know what? Now I'm thinking about it. I'll bet. What's that chick's name who went to jail but never ratted on anyone? That she got that smoking show with Snoop Dogg? Martha Stewart. I'll bet she's about to come out with like. I'll bet she's about to come out with like 40 new cookbooks on things you can make when you can't get to the market.
Snoop Dogg was all up in that. You know that, right?
I mean, can you blame him? It's Martha goddamn Stewart.
Like, imagine checking that by. Like, Snoop's the only person that could get away with bragging about that.
Yeah, well, I got dick on Martha Stewart. Motherfucker, I'm a pimp.
Smashed up on Martha Stewart, bro. Really? That's great, bro. Like,
yeah, mazel to you. I'm with you, man. I feel you. Go and get you some.
You're the only person that could get away with saying that, bragging about it.
Did you, in fact, have sex with Martha Stewart? For shizzle.
Shizzle. At least he would be truthful about it. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. You lying sack of shit. And then here we are. Your family's selling uranium to Iraq. I don't want to get into that.
Oh my god, dude!
All right, Billy, throw the wheel back up there, man. I found it.
Okay, let me get to the wheel.
Now I might not remember some of this stuff if it's like don't like
worry, we're recording.
Related.
You ready?
All right, here we go. I love the fireworks.
Questions.
What is the question? It's so small.
Is it dumb things your senior did?
Oh, this is one we had before.
Well, yeah, I don't remember if you were still there, so I won't call out specific names, but there was there was a certain higher ranking that decided he was just gonna, when he transferred, just kind of forge a lot of signatures. I think we all heard about that. Yeah. So I'd say that's pretty dumb, man. That probably tops it. I think he ended up getting forced retired or something. I don't really remember. It's a while ago for me, but yeah.
Yup.
Forged all the transfer papers.
Yup.
Like with somebody else's name, or was just like, fuck it, I'm signing everything.
So when you transfer, he literally was just like, oh,
check. Yeah, just like initialed everything basically.
Oh, don't see him.
Don't see him.
Oh, get on the plane.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
Guy was a clown. No names. We're not going to name names.
No, I'm not about doing
I'll
that.
name names when I'm out of the military.
Those that were there know who we speak of.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, that guy was a clown.
Yes,
Clown.
Like the Mr. Magoo in the Navy.
Oh my god, it was one of the most horrible experiences ever. And he lived. I felt bad in the sense that he lived in the past. How many times did you hear about him being stationed in Cuba? Because it was like, oh, I was stationed in Gitmo. I got to blow a whistle at a fucking terrorist. Burn!
Yeah.
That's great. Fuck
Mazel to you.
All right, holy comment. This is all new, so I'm not going to shut this podcast down tonight, Hugh. Brother Billy, from what I gather, you're in my yard. Stay off my grass. I'm not asking for collaboration, but Hugh, we need to talk if you want my viewership.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm going to watch anyway.
Mike, so Mike lives in your neck of the woods, Billy, in your state for sure.
For those who don't know, XOI is Executive Officer's Inquiry. It's
yes. All right. So what happened was.
So it's like you go in front of your chain of command, then you go to XO.
But also yes.
You go. Well, it's supposed to be. You go to the Chiefs board.
Yeah, supposed to.
It's supposed to be.
So, anyways,
XOI, and then the XO is going to literally, who's the second in command, is literally going to tell you whether you're going to be the captain or not, and then the captain could pretty much just slap your pee and then take money and make it the base.
So check this out. Check this out. I was on deployment a couple years ago, and I before Mike, and where we were, you could get alcohol out in town. Now, obviously, we weren't supposed to have it. So what had happened is somebody got caught with alcohol, and our senior enlisted leader, instead of going to our officer, called our active duty counterpart chain of command in Africa while we were elsewhere and reported the issue. Yeah. So then this whole thing comes down. So they end up getting like 7 of them or whatever back to our headquarters to stand in front of our senior officer, tell what had happened and whatnot. So they put it in Mike's record, but then that same cycle he got promoted that same cycle. And it was the best part was like our senior enlisted guy, he was fucking pissed the whole time this happened. He's like, I'm important. And our officer was like,
it was like the one where we were talking about.
Yeah. Our OIC, our officer in charge, he was like, it's all I can do not to laugh at these fucking people. I literally don't fucking care.
I had when I was stationed on the
hold on. It gets even better. It gets even better. So this motherfucker, this E7, goes down to we'll call him the customer, and says, I want to report blah, 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 and hands them the paperwork. And hi, Janique. So they look at the paperwork and go, oh, yeah, no, you're not doing that. And he was like, well, what do you mean? Like, well, we're not going to let you put that shit officially on the record under our name. So go handle that shit in house. And he was like, but my chain of command feels differently. And then he was like, well, if your chain of command wants to keep coming out here, they better think differently again. It was good shit. He came back super pissed, and then we still drank that night.
Oh, that's great. There you go. It's a win-win-win.
Because you know what? Our client didn't fucking care. Awesome. As long as you were at work on time, did your fucking job, and went home without killing anybody, at least on purpose, they didn't fucking care.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's really true. The old Navy was like, we had a guy on the USS.
Oh, I definitely think I was born 10 years too late. Hearing the way some of you guys talk about the old Navy, like I was born in '88. My dad and my mom were older. I wish I was born a little bit earlier.
BM3 had Velcro rank insignia on his coveralls.
That's the way to do it.
Because when I checked in, I was out on the smoke deck. This is when I used to smoke, and I asked him. I said, boats. I said, why are they Velcroed on? He goes, I'm probably gonna go back to mast here soon. I swear on my kids, I'm not making any of this up. 3 months later, he goes to mast, literally walks away, and just put it.
It's important to be efficient.
Oh my god, it was so funny.
It was good.
Well, Ronnie, I want to thank you for coming on today with us and being a guest. I hope that your show blows up and takes off. You guys are doing awesome things over there. And we would love to have you and you guys back on the show with us whenever you want. Just let us know. And everyone, post everything in the comments, how to find them. So please go to their Instagram page and their YouTube channel and follow.
Like the beer.
Share, exactly. Share, hit the notifications so you know when they post, and throw some comments their ways every once in a while. It helps grow their pages, and I know they'll appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks again, guys, for having me. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Right, I'll talk to you, man.
Take it easy.
All right, take it easy.
All right, so check this out. My buddy Jason just joined the watch party, and I want to say this before he fucking leaves.
Okay.
So Jason was on my last deployment, and he's like one of those guys who's always got like this little bit of grin on him, and you never really know what's going on. So our last deployment, it was not. It's like when you're trying to talk to a Puerto Rican guy who doesn't speak good English, so his English is not so very good looking, so you never really know what's going on. And so he started responding to people when they were like, "Hey, Jason, how's it going?" He would say, "Happy to be here, proud to serve." And it would get all of their dicks super fucking hard. Except for the one guy who figured it out. He's like, "You fucking hate it here, don't you?" He goes, "I would so much rather be dead." And then there's Jason over there like,
I can't.
I would absolutely recruit that motherfucker in a heartbeat. Like if we're talking about foreign invasion, if it's World War I or II where you could just transfer units like this, I'm definitely taking Jason with me. Dude, solid bro.
That's awesome.
Solid bro. Oh yeah,
That's
good
awesome.
dude. Good dude. So, hey, show my meme of the day because it's phenomenal.
Oh yes, that's right. Let me find this.
So the meme of the day, what we're gonna do on Thursdays is we're gonna try to go through. We're gonna do a couple things. We're gonna play a game on Thursday. We're gonna try to have a guest. But we're gonna do a meme of the day. Most of the people that I talk to are degenerates. Most of the people Billy talked to, 50% probably have kids, but the other 50% are fucked up sailors or Marines. So we're gonna try to do a meme of the day on Thursdays. So here's mine for today. Hot diggity.
To the other side of the world to insult crew on ship whose CO he just fired. The entire Navy. Just like that. That is crazy. And you know what? We were talking about this on the last podcast. I am so glad that asshat put in his resignation. Because that was some of the most absurd shit.
You know, you and I have known some really fucked up people who were promoted above us.
Oh, yeah. No, and everyone does.
There is no time in your professional career where it is appropriate to address anybody and speak ill of the person above them. You're told in interviews, hey, don't talk shit about your last employer. That might reflect more poorly on you than it does them. This dude flew halfway across the world and said, hey, your CO sucked. Oh, well, you can eat a big bag of dicks, civilian. How about you fuck right the hell off? How about you're lucky if you walk down off this goddamn ship? Oh, yeah. I did fucking see how that. What's that?
No, I didn't. If you got a link or anything,
I'll tell you what, bro, it is not
I'm
fucking
curious.
cheap. That motherfucker flew out there on taxpayer money to make that fucking
really
statement. Yeah, of course he did.
So what happened? Well, yeah, that's true. But what happens then? So it's like,
then he's just fucking fired, and he probably goes back to being a mega million defense contractor. I don't know what he did before this, other than being a piece of shit. Because he's a piece of shit when he did this. Cat done his job, didn't go about it the right way, but he done his. You're right. He didn't do it in the manner in which the military has directed that we do it.
He didn't use naval traditional etiquette.
Sure. And you can't really not hold that against him. But
but you know what?
He stuck his neck out. He said the safety of my people is more important than my career.
Took care.
You know what that guy said? He said exactly what Jason says. Happy to be here, proud to serve.
Yes, that's true.
Big bag of dicks. Debbie's my mom.
Oh,
yeah. My mom was married to a Navy chief, and it was very difficult for my mother to be around any of his leadership because Debbie don't give a fuck.
Debbie don't give a shit.
You can suck. I'll tell you what, if my mom ever met some of the people that my dad worked for, she probably told them to suck her dick.
That's Jesus.
I'm just saying. Yeah, Debbie don't fuck around. Debbie don't play no fucking games. She's happy to be here, proud to serve.
Oh, Hugh. Oh, I love it.
Man.
Love it. So yeah, this is it was good to have Ronnie on, and his stuff he's doing over at YouTube I think that's going to blow up.
I'll tell you what, man, I'll never tell anybody no if they're going to tell me how good or bad beer is. If they can describe it better than because a lot of these brewmasters describe it with this really pretentious wording, you know?
That's fact, Jason. It was written off.
And of course it was written off. Yeah. Yeah. Just the tip, right? The tip off. I'm sure. I'm really excited. I'm excited for Ronnie to really blow up and get out there because I like to drink beer. It's not exactly a secret. I like to consume alcohol.
Yeah, show him your alcohol consuming.
Oh man, I've been drinking out of the same mug from Maker's Craft Brewery. This is like my favorite mug.
What was that? A 40-ouncer?
I think this is a Litri.
A Litri.
Yeah. They had this really nice. Jason, you're gross. First of all,
So I just want to let everyone know that's how you get blocked from a podcast.
nah, it'll buff out. Let him keep coming on, because you know why? At least he's commenting. Unlike
Well played,
Kevin Williams.
Look at the comment.
Debbie can reach out to Kevin Williams. She'll tell him to suck her dick.
That was awesome. Timing was impeccable. That is great.
So Maker's Craft Brewery had this fucking beer out, and it was like $20, and you get to keep the mug, but you get a liter of beer. And I'm like, I know a bargain when I see one. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking do that. Oh, and I need to complain about something real quick. I know this is only relevant to literally nobody watching this podcast, except for Jason, if he gives money to the school. So Old Dominion cut the wrestling program. Oh, Debbie does, except that she's definitely giving Matt diabetes. So she sent Matt like 2 big-ass things of peanut M&Ms and a dispenser. And obviously, Matt doesn't need the extra weight. But, like, what are you going to do? Say no? Like, my mom's about to be... How old am I? She's going to be 60 plus.
Are you serious right now?
Well, you know, so it's hard to, the days are blending together. I don't know.
It's your own age, Hugh.
I know. I'm getting there. I'm working it out. Anyway, Debbie's getting
Simple
up there.
math. Just
she doesn't give a fuck.
You were born from the year it is now.
I don't think that works like that.
It's close enough.
Yeah.
I'd rather you be in a ballpark than be way off. Like, I'm 12.
Yeah. No, so Debbie sends great gifts. She always sends fucking candy. So like every year, Danika's like, "Oh my god, that's so nice." Every fucking time. So, the diabetes. Oh yeah, Matt's gonna have the sugar diabetes for sure.
I ate all the M&M.
Jesus, they lasted this long? Denise, get it together.
This should have been gone on day 2.
So check this out, man. I don't know if I told you, but my big student activity on campus at Old Dominion University was to volunteer for the wrestling team.
Yeah.
I used to wrestle in high school. I did a little bit of coaching outside, but I love wrestling. So I thought I'm going to need something to keep me busy.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I'm going to go do. And I had a great time too, man. I got to go to Illinois for the Mid-Atlantic Conference.
Jason, facts.
Yeah, right. The Mid-Atlantic Conference Championships. It was fucking awesome. I got to travel to Naval Academy, NC State.
I was watching on your Instagram.
Oh, dude, it was so much fun. These cunts bring in an outside person.
I love how you build it up and then you just pepper in cunts.
Oh yeah, fuck them all. These cunts bring in an outside person to evaluate how the athletics department can save more money, so they cut ODU wrestling. To save $1 million, to save $1 million. They were on the chopping block with baseball and soccer and of course, baseball and soccer got picked because more universities have baseball and soccer. Whereas schools that have had wrestling have declined from 52% in 1985 to less than 20% nowadays. And then they had the audacity to say we would have needed a $25 million endowment to keep the program up and running.
What?
You're talking about a program run by one person and his family since his dad started the program back in 1956.
Wow.
Yeah. ODU athletics, you can eat a bag of dicks. I'm adding it to the list.
I can't believe that they. Wow.
Oh, and you know what? You know what's even worse? Fuck off, Jason. Jason is so.
Let me hold on. Let me explain.
He's just mad because they didn't have girls volleyball when he was there. There it is.
So, let me put that back up. That's so.
Finally, can get a quality ballet program going.
I can't.
He's just mad that they didn't have girls volleyball when he was there, so he could meet his girlfriend, which would have been the first guy they had on the program.
No matter what you say, and you'll vouch for this, Hugh. No matter what comes out of your mouth, no matter who you are, if you're talking to Jason, he's going to purposely say the exact opposite.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Watch this. Bernie Sanders is the worst candidate for presidency. Now you said it's a 20-second delay, right? Let's see what happens. I got 20 seconds to sit around and see what Jason wants to do with the ball in his court.
Come on, but it's just. That's so messed up.
It just sucks because they brought this motherfucker back in the fall.
Him and Matt sitting on the patio right now.
Oh, what do we say? What do we say?
Like this. Fucking type it. I dare you.
Fucking type it. Fucking do it. Tell him he's the best.
Fucking do it. I'll see what happens.
I do think it's really funny that 4 weeks into socialism, Bernie was like, "Nah, I'm out, man." Yeah, he played that game. Jason's American heart was like, "Don't do it, bro. Don't do it. You can't do it."
Yeah, I would. This is what I expect Jason to say. He's watching on his phone. It just.
I gotta go mow the lawn. Fuck. There it is. See, it doesn't matter what you say.
I don't know who you are anymore.
Doesn't matter what you fucking say. Jason Haig is gonna say the so dad. That's true. So dad. He is everybody's dad. Not like Joe Biden is everybody's dad, but like more like everybody's dad in the 50s.
That is absolutely funny. Oh, so when are we coming back? When are we coming back? So
Monday, man.
Yeah, Monday nights 8:30. We're gonna keep this 8:30 thing going, Hugh.
I mean, I don't.
It's a good time. I think.
Listen, I don't want to overstep. I don't have any crotch goblins that have to go to sleep.
I just give them melatonin.
Oh, you give them. You put some melatonin, some gummy bears, make them groovy bears. Start throwing them in their mouth.
Well, what I do is I fill the whole cup up with NyQuil, and then I drop the melatonin in and let it melt into the NyQuil, and then I say, "Here's your nighttime milkshake."
There you go. Yeah. Beat feet. Get out of here.
Jason what is happening right now? Matt is commenting. Matt, what is up with the TikTok videos? The fact that I'm getting TikTok videos, which is hilarious, from Matt Massengill.
I'm not on TikTok.
I literally. That's when I know that the coronavirus is affecting people's brains.
I'm not on TikTok because I'm straight, but yes, he has been sending a lot of them, which tells me that Matt Massengill has explored the bowels.
Shots fired.
Matt has explored the bowels of the internet and has decided, oh, this is the next garbage fucking thing.
See,
I'm going to send
8:30. That's so late. God, you old fuck.
Well, he's watching in bed right now while he's stroking himself. There he is again, the world's okayest Marine. That's not her. That's not the world's okayest Marine. She's barely a good CB.
I'm a vet. I'm never late. Jeez. These comments are just flooding in now, and I absolutely love it.
Right after the early bird special, fucking old.
Better than Benadryl. That's fat.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that's it. Which one is the one you use to make meth?
Adderall?
Nah. What is it when you can only buy? You can't buy more than like 5 bottles of it at the drugstore.
It's pretty much all those medicines.
Little column A, little column B. Good stuff. All right, man. I think we'll be back here on Monday at 8:30.
Monday at 8:30. So again, I want to put it out. I'm going to post. I'm going to update the intro to this.
Hold on. She's mad because I said she's barely a CB. It's not because she's a woman. I just want to be clear about that. It's because she's safe. It's because she's a safety person, and they're not real people. So that's where that is. She hasn't swung a hammer in so long. She had to pick up the safety binder to find out the proper method to do so. And I'll be getting a phone call after this.
Oh my!
Sudafed, thank you, Jason. Sudafed. Sudafed's the one you're not allowed to buy too much of because you make meth with it. He knows that. He was a Marine. He's been to Iraq.
Oh my God. Okay. So, Hugh, I'm going to post our email. So if you'd like to be a guest on the show, go ahead and shoot me and Hugh an email.
Absolutely, man.
And we'll work it out from there. If you have a veteran-owned business.
And you don't have to have a business either. Like, we want to talk about veteran-owned shit, absolutely. But if you just want to come on and shoot the shit for 15 to 20 minutes and talk about bullshit, eating dicks and whatnot, that's cool too. Absolutely. If you want to come on and just talk for a little bit about whatever you want, I'm all about it. It's going to be a good time.
I want to thank everyone for viewing in again. I want to thank Ronnie one more time and Beer Belly's podcast for joining us tonight. And Monday night, 8:30.
8:30, guys. I can't wait. We can't
wait. In here, share the podcast, comment, like this one, set your notifications so that you get the alerts whenever we post anything and when we go live. And we appreciate everything.
Oh, and if you post something on Facebook that says to break up all the dark stuff or what have you, start deleting people off of your Facebook.
I love that Jason just puts marijuana. Like,
I'll talk about marijuana. I don't fuck. I think it's weird you can smoke marijuana in DC.
So Matt, I'm going to let you know right now before we sign off that I asked Chris, and he said no.
It's because Chris is the world's okayest Marine.
Oh, and one more time, Kevin Williams.
Yeah, Kevin Williams, eat a bag of dicks.
We'll see you guys on Monday. Have a good night.
All right, guys. Bye. Love you, mean it.